Welcome to Weekly 360 Global Security Intelligence, reaching out to you from Nigeria's nation capital, Abuja. I am Dakara Ependu. Today, we begin with Africa security trends. In Congo, a member of the Congolese parliament has been sentenced in absentia to 30 years with hard labor and a heavy fine, the High Court of Justice said on Wednesday. The deputy Gishlan Galibali was found guilty of the acts attributed to him, including offense of forgery, use of forgery, and swindling for wages, said Henry Bwaka, president of High Court of Justice. Coming to Nigeria, the Nigerian government has asked Facebook and other social media platforms to prevent the pro-Biafra separatist group IPOB on their platforms. The government said members of this group use their platforms to incite violence and instigate ethnic hatred in the country, but social media platforms have not done much to prevent these occurrences. And in South Africa, the South African Navy has taken delivery of the first 3 multi-mission inshore patrol vessels and its naval dockyard in Simonstown, Cape Town. The vessels were expected to augment South Africa's maritime security by enhancing the country's capability to respond effectively, rapidly, and cost-effectively to threats such as illegal trafficking and poaching. Over there in Tunisia Prime Minister Najla Boudin threatens to resign. And finally, on Africa security trends, Mali military government on Monday said it thwarted a military coup attempt by Western-backed officers last week. The government's announcement on Monday comes after years of turmoil in Mali, where Colonel Assimi Goïta led coup in 2020 and 2021 before becoming president of West African nation. To analyze this with me, I am joined live via Zoom by Public Intel Africa Security Trends Analyst, Captain Tunde Fatai. Welcome on board, Captain. What do you have for us this week?
The Nigerian Information Minister, Lai Mohammed, has placed a request to Facebook to prevent the use of their medium for their broadcasts. This is coming at a time where separatist activities have been in the high. He has clearly stated that there's a lot of disinformation, incendiary speeches, hate speeches being utilized by Apple. That is a proscribed organization in Nigeria. Our take on this is that, yes, Twitter, we recall in January this year, were given a 6-month ban. And it went through a lot of diplomatic entries before the issue was resolved. It's a clear threat to organizations like Facebook. But you will also know Facebook is a purely very independent organization that will always play their own role. Agreed. As much as possible, they have to be transparent in their operations. Same too, it's required from a country that requires that this organization don't utilize the opportunity of their far reach to exploit such organizations. And that's why Lai Mohammed is insisting that appropriate action be taken. We all in the security and intelligence industry realize that this is a source of organizations to change the emotions, to change the thinking. They are playing mind games with the population and deliberately trying to cause more chaos. It is in this end that we will always seek that a better measure be taken because Facebook, as an independent organization, may not provide all that is required. But what could solve the problem is telling the truth to the masses, good governance, and ensuring that you carry out what we call counter psychological operations also. This is imperative and necessary to be able to get government realize, or the masses also realize the importance. There has to be a lot of job done by the NOA, National Orientation Agency. Organizations like this can handle this issue. Yes, the information minister is the Mr. Number one person in charge of information management. But we have organizations that should be able to handle these issues effectively. Mali has gone through a lot of issues since the coup d'etat that changed government in that country. And the Economic Commission of West African States has also intervened in trying to bring peace to that country. But of recent, there's a report that the Western backed coup was abortive again between 12th and 13th of May this year. We are told that 10 military officers are under arrest and are being interrogated. Coup conspirators are also being pursued with checkpoints, entry and exit to Mali, to Bamako, and other locations based on information so that they could trace the co-plotters. It again gives cause for concern because Mali has not settled down for some time since issues are concerned. Agreed. From the information received also that the Western country is behind it. Detailed information about which Western country has not been released. We'll continue to monitor. Tunisia in North Africa is our next port of call. The minister, the prime minister for the country was appointed by the president, Said Kaid, and he gave a clear mandate that she should make arrangements to set up the cabinet, which has not been possible to date. A lot of activities have happened in between that period, between the parliament and the government. The prime minister herself, Madam Borden, had early this year attempted to resign from her appointment. Recently, we've had information that that has happened again. This gives an indication of the tension, political issues in Tunisia. We continue to observe the situation in Tunisia as activities of hope. He was trying to get parliament at the end of the day. A local issue we have also, which is quite common in most African countries, is the issue of Okada, local motorcycles. It's quite popular in Cameroon, very popular in Nigeria. It's also very popular in Ghana. Keke napep have been banned in some states, notably Kaduna, the whole northeast region of Maiduguri, Borno, Damaturu, in Yobe, and Yola in Adamawa, and for the various obvious reasons that they have security issues related to it. A lot of robberies from Keke napep, a lot of terrorist activities, I mean, motorcycles, Okada motorcycles. This has continued for some time. So the move by Lagos State following the death of a sound engineer picked up on a motorcycle and killed in the process gives cause for concern because the motorcycles play a very, very, very important role in road transportation, especially in Lagos and environments. An attempt to completely get rid of the, the motorcycle riders is going to cause some economic problems. They provide employment for a lot of citizens. They provide employment, they provide transportation too. However, the insistence by the governor of Lagos State indicates that it has turned into a major security problem. How much this is used in the light of delays in provision of other forms of transportation, like the maritime, like the boats, and very, very, very importantly, the rail transportation will be a major problem that needs to be.
And that's it on Africa Security Trends by Captain Tunde, retired.